Can you fly FPV with your Mavic Mini? Let's have some fun and let me show you how after the intro. A couple of weeks ago, I got a call from my good old friend Moreno that asked me if we should meet up and ride our electric unicycles and do some fun experiments with my drones. We decided to meet up at an abandoned airfield that is located just outside Copenhagen, which is a decommissioned military base with 3.5 kilometers runway. And you're allowed to fly your drones out there, so there's plenty of room to play around. One of the experiments that he suggested was that we should see if we could upgrade the Mavic Mini with FPV capabilities. That was just one experiment out of more experiments that we did while we were out there. We were actually messing around with extending the range of the Mavic Mini. If you think that sounds interesting, then you should consider subscribing so you don't miss out on that video. Can you fly FPV with your Mavic Mini? There's 3 ways of doing this as far as I know. One of them is to use some of these plastic VR glasses where you can slide in your phone from the side and then basically use the DJI Fly app as the thing that you see inside your glasses. The second option is that you can use the Oculus Quest. I'm not sure if that's actually supported, but the Oculus Quest is also an Android phone that's sort of tracked inside a pair of glasses that would allow you to do that. And we didn't want to go for a boring solution like that. We want to add real FPV capabilities to the drone. To be able to do that, we had to get hold of a camera module, some goggles. We also wanted to power the camera module by its own battery, not to interfere with the power system of the Mavic Mini. On top of that, we needed to find out how we could mount the camera module onto the drone. This was basically just a proof of concept. This can of course be better in the future, so we decided to go for something really cheap that we had on stock. So we decided to strip down this small pepper drone. With that, we have all the components that we need. We have the camera and the transmission system, and we have the corresponding goggles. Of course, this is a cheap kit, but that will do for proof of concept. Stripping out the camera, we would have something like this, where we have the camera module and the antenna. We have a small bracket here that will allow us to hold a 1S battery to power the camera module. And we had to print a bracket like this that will allow us to strap on the camera to the bottom of the drone. And with this setup, this is of course a completely different experience than what you experience with the DJI goggles, because the connection between the goggles and the camera module is analog. It's 5.8 gigahertz as far as I recall. So you will definitely not get the same picture quality as you see in the original DJI goggles. Before we mounted the camera, we put on a piece of tape on the base of the drone, and then we clicked on the camera module and connected the battery. So, green light. Because the camera had to be mounted on the base of the drone, we of course need to hand launch the drone. If you don't know how to do that, I made a video about this and you can access this through this card or in the description below if it doesn't show up here. That video covers both hand catching and hand launching. Let me show you what it looked like flying around with this kit. It has a lot more weight. Siger det bare, hvis jeg skal fjerne det hurtigt. I gotta tell you, the flying experience was really different. It was like a drunk bumblebee because of the extra weight of the camera module. I could really feel it different the way that the drone was handling. And of course the camera feed, that was completely shaky, and that was expected because we don't have the advantage of the 3-axis built-in stabilization that you get from the built-in camera. But it's a fun experiment. Unfortunately, there's no way with these type of goggles to record what we are actually seeing. You need more expensive FPV glasses to be able to do that. But maybe from this clip you'll be able to get a glimpse of the quality. But I gotta tell you, it's not great. But it was a super fun experiment to do, to try and upgrade the Mavic Mini with FPV capabilities. What do you think about experiments like that? Have you made something similar, crazy stuff with your Mavic Mini? Or do you want me to do something else with mine? Then let me know in the comment below. By the way, if you are taking photos with your Mavic Mini and you're kind of wondering how you get these really fancy, nice looking photos, then I took you on a journey on one of my previous videos showing you all the considerations that I make taking photos during a sunset. If you missed that video, you can access this through this card. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.